Good morning. So today I'm going to go through question 1 again for your S1 for Professional Skills 2. I've had quite a few questions relating to this question, and I'd just like to make sure that everybody is on exactly the same page. So section A is reflection on the process. It is for 60 marks. So it is a really, really large amount of marks. You want to make sure that you're getting this all right. So the instructions are to write a professional blog post reflecting on your experiential learning process. So this is the overarching thing that you need to do. You need to write a professional blog post. And within this blog post, you need to discuss 2 professional skills topics covered in class, and to think of 2 situations during your experiential learning when you applied or observed these skills being used. Therefore, you must recall and reflect on 2 situations and apply 2 different skills that you found were utilized within this situation. So you need to write a professional blog post covering both of these situations that occurred at your experiential learning host company, and you can use the following headings. Now, you've got 2 options when doing this. You can either take the professional skill and structure it according to the professional skill, or you can take both situations and the professional skill and put them together. What I mean by that is either you do it one at a time, looking at the one situation and the one professional skill, or you just talk about them both at the same time in the same paragraph. So what this means is that you will, if you're deciding to do them separately, you're going to have your professional skills, so say negotiating, your personal involvement, you're going to discuss the situation according to negotiating. Then you're going to look at the challenges in the negotiating process. You're going to look at the new learning in the negotiating process and the action that was taken in the negotiating process. Alternatively, you're going to look at 2 professional skills. And then after you've done this first one, you need to obviously do it in the same way for the second one. The alternative method is that you look at both professional skills in one go. So you go, I'm going to discuss negotiating and persuasion, and then you say professional skill. The 2 professional skills that I'm going to discuss are negotiation and persuasion. My personal involvement in scenario 1 was this, and scenario 2 was this, and then you go through the situation like that. So you either do it both at the same time, or you can break it up and go through all of these headings at once for the first one, and then all of these headings again for the second one. So if it isn't clear to you already from my explanation, you have to choose one professional skill and one situation, and then again another professional skill and another situation. And both of these scenarios have to illustrate some form of that professional skill. So for example, you are negotiating the terms of your experiential learning with your new host. Exactly what happened in that scenario, what did you say, what did they say, and was some kind of compromise reached at the end? How did it work? Explain the situation in full. After you have told me the professional skill, you need to tell me the personal involvement that you had. So you explain the situation in full, not unlike your emotional intelligence situation. You need to look at the challenges that were involved in that situation, what you learned, and how it resolved. What was the action that was taken, and how was the situation resolved? So I've gone down to the mark breakdown and criteria. And this rubric is something you should be looking at quite closely throughout any assessment that you do. And you can see here how we've actually allocated marks for it. We've done it according to the first way that I discussed. So situation 1, you've explained the situation in full. You need to tell me what the professional skill is, and ideally give me a definition from your textbook that you reference. Situation 2, your personal involvement. Describe the situation. Did it involve you directly, or were you just observing it? If it didn't involve you directly, who was involved? What were their roles? And all of that kind of thing. And were you an observer or a participant? Still on situation 1, What were the challenges involved? What did I find difficult or challenging and why? And what were the main issues and how did I deal with them? Still on situation 1, what was the new learning? What did I learn that was new? Did this new learning change the way that I do and think? Situation 1, action. Do I need to change? Do I need to plug gaps in my knowledge? And would I do things differently in the future? And then as you can see, we go on to situation 2. We look at the professional skill, your personal involvement, challenges, new learning, and action. And all of these are the same in both situations, but we've gone through each situation separately. So please get in touch if you have any further questions, but this is how you need to be answering question 1 for professional skills 2. Good luck all. Chat soon.